How's it going, guys? This is Twister, and today I'm back with another GTA Online video, and in this one I'm going to be going through what I think are the top 5 best adversary modes in GTA Online. So we all know Rockstar love to put out their adversary modes more regularly than I actually upload videos these days, so fair play to them. And they do actually offer a lot of variety, but with so many adversary modes they can't all be as good as each other. So I wanted to go through all of them and pick the top 5 best ones in my opinion. So we'll jump straight into it, and I think the first one may surprise you guys. This was one of the first adversary modes that was added to GTA Online, I think with the Heists update, and it's Hasta La Vista. This one is the truckers versus the cyclists, and this one is genuinely so much fun to play. It is only a 4-player adversary mode, and some of you guys may not have played it, some of you guys may have completely forgotten about it, but it is such a fun mode to play. You've got the truckers trying to kill the cyclists that have got to get to a certain point on the map, and this mode genuinely leads to some pretty awesome moments. Especially, I think the fun definitely starts when you get on the bike and you can do some crazy mad jukes against the trucks, like some of the mad dodges you'll see in some of the clips in this video. It was so fun. It's so fun to play. I think the bike's definitely my favourite part. On the bikes, whizzing in and out and in between the trucks with the dodges, like I said. But even then, when you switch teams to be in the trucks, if you smash one of the cyclists off the bike and just kill them instantly, it's so damn satisfying. It's pretty hard to do because obviously the bikers are really agile. They can change direction pretty instantly, and the truck cannot do that at all. So it's harder to play in the trucks, and it's a lot harder to knock off a cyclist than it is to do the crazy jukes on a bike. So when you can actually pull some of the nice moves off, it is so good, and it's one of my favourite adversary modes. It's just a real shame that it's only 4 players. I'd love to see 8 cyclists versus 8 truckers. It would be pretty hard to get that into one area, but if it could be possible, it just would be so much fun. And then another pretty big downside to this mode is because the rounds go pretty quickly, the games don't really last too long, it doesn't really pay out that much money at all. And if you could have, say, 16 players in this mode with better payouts, it would definitely be higher up this list because it is honestly a sick mode, and you should try it if you haven't actually played it yet. So that's Hasta La Vista, and then next up we have Sumo. This is another one of those kind of really enjoyable game modes. Just you can chill, relax, you don't really have to try too much hard, just laid back fun. That's really what this is. And then similar to Hasta La Vista, you can still get those crazy moments that just seem to happen quite regularly. You can make some big plays knocking the other cars off the playable areas. And similar to when you're playing Hasta La Vista doing the really nice dodges, you can bait out some of the cars on this mode and then just dodge them at the last second, and they'll go flying off the map. It's honestly pretty hilarious when it happens. And this is one of the clips where I somehow managed to get a triple kill. There's 3 enemies. I don't know how one of them gets an armoured crew member. I knocked the Entourage off, then the armoured crewman off, and then the Sultan tries to chase me off, and then he ends up just completely falling off the roof. Just the moments like that, you can get some pretty fun stuff. And then even going on to this is I think this is the most unique map. This is the island. Most of the maps are just rooftops, nothing really too interesting about them. Then you've got this island map, which creates some pretty intense moments, especially the 1v1 at the end. You've got to play really tactical, like mind games against this guy. We're both in the June buggy. We've got to stay in this yellow area, and then whoever leaves the yellow area will blow up. So you've got to try and stay in there for as long as possible, maintain the high ground, don't get pushed out. And I think I just managed to tactically force the other guy out of the area so that he blows up, and then I actually win. So there's Sumo, again another really fun adversary mode. Something that you just don't really have to take too seriously. You don't have to pay too much attention to get some enjoyment out of it. So there we go, that's Sumo in the number 4 spot. And then next up, I've gone with Power Play. This one it's where you can start to take the modes a little bit more seriously. It gets a little bit more competitive. Not that the other modes aren't competitive. I think this one, because it just takes on that traditional deathmatch style, but adds power-ups, it makes it pretty interesting for some interesting games and general moments. So once again, you'll just see a range of clips of me going on a killing spree with the beast mode, going on absolute tear with the minigun. The minigun is so OP on PC. And then you'll see some pretty nice sniping clips as well. I think my favourite part about this mode is when you pick up the sniper, then you pick up the in the zone modifier, where it just basically slows down time and puts the whole game in slow motion. So you can really just pick off some nice sniper shots. I really do like this mode. And the fact that it's on the aircraft carrier as well. The only other way to get on the aircraft carrier is in the one heist mission where you steal the Hydra. that's it. So I like the fact that it's on the aircraft carrier as well. And then here's the in the zone slow motion sniper. It just feels so good getting those sniper kills in slow motion. It's like something out of a movie. Really do like that. There is a decent variety of the maps though. My favourite definitely is this aircraft carrier one. I think there's one at the beach, one in the prison. I don't think I've actually played them all. I'm sure they added a couple extra maps that I haven't actually played. I think I've only done the first couple that were added, and then some more were added later on, which I don't think I've actually played. But overall, fun mode. It's kind of easy just to solo carry. You don't really have to depend on teammates too much. So if you just want to go on an absolute tear, then you can pretty much do that. Go for the minigun, go for the sniper kills, then go for the beast power up, become the beast, because that just regens your health anyway. So you can just carry on going for kill streaks and kill streak without really worrying about how well your teammates doing, because you don't really have to depend on your teammates that much in this game mode. So that's power play in the number 3 spot. And then next up, I'm going to go for drop zone. This mode, I actually really like this one. This is the only 16 player adversary mode as far as I'm aware. All the other adversary modes are like 12 players or less. Actually no, the slipstream adversary mode from the Bikers DLC, I'm pretty sure that's 16 players, but we're definitely not going to mention that in this video. So with this being 16 players, it's instantly something a lot better than the other modes, because you can just simply get a lot more action with more players. But even 16 players isn't that many these days, especially now on New Gen we've got 30 player lobbies. I'd love to see 30 player adversary modes, especially this mode in particular. You're really going to start to get like a battlefield feeling. 15 versus 15 on this mode would be mad, especially since you can just parachute down, drop in at pretty much any point in the map, and you can never go wrong with a King of the Hill style gamer where it's just 2 teams, or more than 2 teams in this case. I think you can have up to 4 teams fighting over 1 capture point. Then you've also got the weapons sort of strategically placed around the map, where you've got like different positions, especially the sniper positions. You can get some vantage points on some of the rooftops on this map in particular. You can just parachute in, land on one of the rooftops, pick up the snipers, and then you've just got a really good advantage point overlooking the map. But the way I really tend to play this one is I definitely go for an aggressive style. I try and pick up a machine gun or an assault rifle, take out as many people as possible, and then that'll allow my teammates to hopefully capture the point. Then I'll just push forward and try and eliminate any enemies that are trying to take back the point, because since they're going to be parachuting in, you can see them coming, so you just got to pay attention to the skies, see where they're about to drop in, and then try and rack up as many kills as possible, which is what I like to do. But it does work pretty well, obviously, if you can coordinate well as a team. You do only need 1 person in the actual capture point for your team to score a point, so then the rest of the people can just set up in defensive positions or play really aggressive just to try and push back the enemies a little further. But that is drop zone. Really do like that mode, especially the aspect of spawning in and then flying down towards the map with a parachute. It's pretty damn sick. But moving on to what I think is the best adversary mode in GT Online, we have Entourage. Now, you might have noticed a trend from going to what we had as number 5 all the way to number 1. They get gradually more serious, less sort of laid back modes towards proper team-based objective modes, and that is definitely what Entourage does. I think it is the most heavily objective-based, team-based coordination mode in the game. So if you're playing with friends, if you're playing with a good team, you're going to have a lot of success in this mode. And if you do want to play it really seriously and just really go for the wins, then it's definitely good. And then since you've got decently timed, proper round-based system in this mode, the rounds going for quite a bit. The games can last quite a while, which means you're going to be earning a lot of money from it, and that's definitely what contributes it to being a really top adversary mode. Basically, if you don't know what Entourage is, it's 2 teams. You've got assassins versus the bodyguards. The bodyguards have to protect a VIP and escort it to a different point across the map, and then you've got assassins that have unlimited lives, worse weapons that have got to try and take down the VIP. The bodyguards have much better weaponry, but they have limited lives. The VIP has a lot of health, but obviously can't run that fast because it's in the massive like armored suit. So it's a lot to take in if you haven't actually played this mode, but it basically results in the bodyguard team eventually trying to push through the map, eliminating the assassins as they go forward to get to the objective. And it does take a lot of work. It takes a lot more concentration. You really got to pay attention to what's going on, which is something you don't really have to do for some of the other adversary modes. It's definitely not a laid back experience. And the 2 teams that you play on, the assassins and the bodyguards, it makes for definitely varied play styles, because the bodyguards have better weaponry but limited lives. You got to try and get a balance of protecting your VIP, but playing aggressive enough to push the assassins back and keep killing them. And then the assassins, they have unlimited lives, but they don't really have that great weaponry, so they got to try and play smart as well. Go for the flanks, take the bodyguards by surprise. And then also you can play as the VIP, where you've really got to be careful not to try and push too far and get isolated from your teammates. But also, since you've got a ton of health, you've got to try and lead the battle as much as you can and soak up some of the damage, because your bodyguards can't, and they'll just die, and they won't be able to respawn if they lose all their lives. So it's a lot to take in. It's such an involved mode. There's a lot of depth to it, and that's why I really do like Entourage. And for that reason, I think it is objectively the best adversary mode, but it's also one of my favorites as well. So yeah, I think that's everything on what I believe to be, in my opinion, the top 5 adversary modes in the game. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of my choices, and let me know what some of your favourite adversary modes are in the game. I'm thinking of doing a top 5 worst adversary modes as well, because, well, let's just say not all of the adversary modes are as good as the ones that I've showcased in this video. So if you want to see a top 5 worst, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll hopefully see you all in my next video. See you later, guys.